Hey, what's up, Silver Stackers? Thanks so much for being here. This is Silver Slayer. In 2021, the US Mint announced some very exciting and out of the blue news. They were going to bring back the Morgan and Silver Peace dollars in 2022. Now, this was very, very exciting for me since I love Morgans, and since most of you know, Morgans stopped being produced in 1921. So to breathe life back in these historical coins would be amazing. But in 2022, something happened. They mentioned they were going to cancel the production this year and try to bring it back in 2023. Is that going to happen? Highly doubt it. As most of you know, the US Mint is having an extremely hard time finding silver planchets, and this is due to the laws and regulations that the US Mint has that private mints don't have. And if you didn't know, the US Mint gets most of its silver from private mints, and the Sunshine Mint in particular. But since the US Mint has these laws to go by, private mints are making a killing, so they have no intention to make this situation go anywhere. Plus, the US government is trying to hold down interest rates on its own $30 trillion of debt. So the US Mint situation with the silver shortage doesn't look like it's going to get resolved anytime soon. That's a whole separate video, though. We're going to focus on this cancellation of Morgan and Silver Peace dollars. Now, before we jump into this video, I have something really, really cool to share with you. Now, I have a store called ag47apparel.com, and I released a couple new shirts. We have the Stack Silver shirt. On the front, it says Stack Silver. We have different colorways, and I think this is really cool, especially on the back. It says AG47, right on the back. And some people were saying, I would never rock a shirt that promotes silver. I mean, I get it. If that's not for you, I have a lot of other types of clothing that doesn't specifically rep silver. It can hint towards it, but regardless, I've worn these shirts out in public. I don't think it's really that risky. I mean, yes, of course, there's opportunity, but it's no different than you wearing a Rolex out in public or hopping out of your Tesla, in a parking spot or whatever. I don't think it's much different. I highly doubt someone's going to see this shirt, think, oh, that guy must have silver, follow you home or follow you back to your car, then follow you home, then scope out your house, see when you leave the house, the next morning or whatever, and then go break in and try to find the silver if you have it just because they saw this one shirt. I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, that's really pushing it, but I know a lot of you do like, protection, security, privacy. But I also have other types of clothing. I released this one. This is my personal favorite, and this color, slightly skeptical, and on the back, cautiously curious. I mean, slightly skeptical. Aren't we all slightly skeptical? I like these types of colorways. I think this color and this color looks the best. We also have gray and cream. So I think this stuff is cool. I think it looks really good. Just something kind of different, right? You wear this shirt out in public, people are like, and this one says the dollar is worthless, so buy silver. On the back, it says 3/9's fine. We have the dollar crash logo. I think this is pretty cool too. Just gets people thinking. The dollar with a cancellation sign of the skull and crossbones. That's different. If you guys want to check out any of this, be able to represent or just wear your passion, then links in the description, ag47apparel.com. And I'm also doing a silver giveaway. I'll be picking the winner soon. I'm actually going to throw in one of these shirts. I'll ask the winner which one they want, and this one's pretty cool. It says game over with the dollar, but yeah, whatever shirt you want, I'll throw that in there as well to the winner. I also did upgrade the prize pool. I added something else in just because you guys have been so amazing lately. I just wanted to give back, reward you. So let's look in this. We have two different articles. Both are talking about this, but both articles mention a couple different key points, and that's why I wanted to bring both of these to the table. So the US Mint will not strike the 2022 Morgan or Silver Peace dollars, with Mint officials identifying silver planchet shortages as the reason for the cancellation of the planned coins. And this is on March 14th. They released this. The United States Mint announces pause in production and sales of Morgan and Peace dollars for 2022. And this is the important part. The popular historic program will return in 2023. Do you think that's going to happen, though? I don't think so. You got to remember, the US Mint put a mintage cap on the Type 1 and Type 2 Eagles when they got released. But this year, now they're going up against Congress because they are non-compliant with demand. They already sold 5 million ounces the first month of January. I don't see the U.S. Mint getting out of this sticky situation anytime soon. And actually, if you read this article or these two, they're like right here, they probably won't bring them back because this article explains it, or this paragraph explains it just head on. Look, we will be required to make, and they're talking about the cancellation of these two coins, we will be required to make business decisions like this until the supply chain for silver blanks recovers. Now, that means if this situation they're in, not having silver planchets, is going to continue, then they'll probably cancel the Morgan and silver piece dollars next year as well. I really wish these coins would come out. I would love to get my hands on an updated Morgan, because Morgans are just so collectible. By far the most historical coin. But what do you think? Would you get the new Morgan and silver piece dollars? Let me know. Now, let's keep moving on and check out what these articles have to say. Now, we will be required, like they said, to make business decisions like this until the supply chain for silver blanks recovers from the disruptions caused by the global situation. I don't think the global situation is their problem anymore, which actually, if you want to go check out some of the videos I've made covering this, it is much deeper than just that. But they are going to try to continue this next year. Now, this is the article I really wanted to bring to the table. This calculated pause is directly related to the situation impact upon the availability of silver blanks from the mint suppliers. And this is what I was talking about. The suspension will give the mint time to evaluate the best way to allocate its limited supply of silver to ensure the best customer experience it can. We'll be required to make business decisions like this until the supply chain for silver recovers. Now, this is where they talk about where they get their silver from in this situation. I want to ensure that our customers know that the modern renditions of this historic Morgan and Peace dollar will continue next year. Maybe. Our goal is straightforward: to give our loyal customers the products they want and the service they deserve. Now, obviously, their most popular product is American Eagles, and if they're already having a hard time finding American Eagles, I mean, they literally ran out of Eagles in 2020, had to make that emergency mintage supply, 1 million mintage supply at the end of the year. But I mean, if they cannot fill the demand of Eagles, then they're definitely not going to fill this out of the blue random Morgan and silver piece dollar release. Now, the mint is supplied with silver blanks by two vendors: Sunshine Minting, which is a private mint, one of the most popular private mints, with operations in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and Henderson, Nevada, with Leach Garner headquartered in Attleboro, Massachusetts. The U.S. Mint secures 38, and this is actually, I'm going to go back to this. And Sunshine Minting is making a killing off of selling this silver to the U.S. Mint at these prices that the U.S. Mint has to pay. Remember, the private mints don't have to pay this. U.S. Mint does. And that's why this situation is so serious, and why I don't think it's going to get resolved anytime soon. But anyways, the U.S. Mint secures 38.1 millimeter silver blanks to Morgan and silver piece dollars and 40.6 millimeter blanks for American Eagles. Tom Power, President, Chief Executive Officer of and owner of Sunshine Minting, told Coin World that there is no shortage of silver in the market to eventually be fabricated into blanks for the U.S. Mint and other governments. And it's funny that Sunshine Mint, the private mint that is giving the U.S. Mint this hard time, is the one saying that. And I mean, he's right? They have enough silver to give them and supply and fill their demand, but they're not. And if you watched my other video talking about this, the article goes really deep into these private mints not doing this for the U.S. Mint and their reasoning. Now, the refineries are shipped the necessary raw silver metal from their customers to then be fabricated into necessary blanks from which finished silver products are made. Power says supply chain issues, production capacity, and shipping logistics are contributory factors affecting blanking problems. Now, I don't think that this entire statement's true. production capacity, shipping logistics. I mean, yes, that would be a problem to some degree, but to the degree that the US Mint situation is in, that could not be it. That's not it. I mean, the US Mint is only producing 13 million ounces per year nowadays. About 10 years ago, it was 30 to 40 million, and they had no problem doing that. So why would they all of a sudden have a problem with 13 million ounces? No, it's not just that. Yes, this global situation has cut off boundaries and borders, but when you're talking about this and when you go over the legal problems that they're in and look at the codes they're in violation of, this statement is thrown out the window just simply from the public information that is given out from their legal battle with Congress. So the rising spot price of precious metals also affecting the supply chain, with shipments having to be insured at much higher values, Power says. Noting that there are also limitations on shipping quantities. Power says the U.S. Mint has some limitations on its capability to produce certain quantities of specific production because of the press capacity and manpower, which has been an issue since March 12, 2020, and that's when they ran out of silver. U.S. Mint officials did not disclose which production facilities had been intending to produce these 2022 issues. Morgan dollars dated 2021 were produced at the Denver, San Francisco, and Philadelphia Mint, while peace dollars were struck at solely Philadelphia. Man, they already made the 2021. It looks like they did mint some of these, and I wonder who has their hands on those, if they did. It's kind of, the way he worded it did sound like that. So those silver dollars were produced to recognize. Okay, I see. Those silver dollars were produced to recognize the centennial anniversary of the transition in 1921 to 2021. While the 38.1 millimeter diameter of the 1921 issues was retained for the 2021 anniversary releases, the composition was changed from 1921 90% and 10% copper to now 3/9 fine, which I think is pretty cool. If they would have still made it 90%, that would have been pretty cool too as well, though. But anyways, the weight in silver content for each 2021 Morgan was 0.85 troy ounces compared to the 0.773 troy ounce per coin in the 1921 production. Okay, so it has less. I mean, it's not 3/9 fine. Wait, why did they say that then? Oh, wait. Okay, so 90% silver, 10% copper at the same 3/9 fine silver now used. Okay, I see what they did. Now, this is I think, well, first of all, this was supposed to just cover the production, but when this guy went into all this depth of their reasoning, that's where I have a problem, because a lot of this was it wasn't misinformation. He was just leaving out a lot of information and kind of downplaying the severity of the situation. Didn't even bring up their situation going up against Congress being non-compliant, which the Sunshine Mint is partially responsible for, since they're not giving the U.S. Mint the amount of silver they need. And it does make sense, since the Sunshine Mint is also probably getting record-breaking sales along with the Royal Mint and Perth Mint, which did announce that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to one question. Will they cancel the 2023 Morgan and Silver Peace dollars? And in my opinion, it's probably going to happen. Let me know what you think. And the main reason I think that is because the statement they said right here, if they're required to make business decisions like this until the supply chain recovers, which it doesn't look like it's going to recover, since as they're going up against Congress, the situation is looking like it's not even close to coming to a resolution. It's just going to show that the U.S. Mint is going to have to focus on Eagles and cancel the 2023 Morgan and Silver Peace dollars as well. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. Maybe they will bring them back. Maybe they'll just put a very low mintage cap on them, like they did with the Type 1 and Type 2 Eagles. Who knows? Let me know what you think. But yeah, the two links to these articles will be in the description as well. Go check out AG47 Apparel. Even if you just want to get like a little tapestry with this, I think it's pretty cool. Just, even if you do get this stuff, you could just wear it around the house or just, hang it up or whatever. I just think it's pretty cool to just own a piece of clothing that does represent what our passion is. You don't have to wear this out to the store where you see hundreds of people. I mean, come on, be smart about it. I think it's just cool that there's something that we can wear that shares our love for precious metals, since there really isn't anything out there. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.